I'm Michael O'Giblin with FiddlerShop.com, and today I'm talking about Pirastro Tonica. Tonica is kind of a music theory word, if you like your theory, for home. It's our home pitch tonic. I guess in German maybe it's Tonica. Sounds more Italian or something to me. But anyways, these are sort of an underrated string. I feel like not a lot of people talk about tonicas. They do have a new formula, but I'm also not sure if that's like just a Kentucky Fried Chicken kind of a thing, like a new same original recipe or something. Like, okay, sure, like we make upgrades all the time, but do we have to say like new formula? So anyways, these are the new formula Pirastro Tonicas. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play them and show you a little bit of a graph to how you can visualize all these things we talk about when we're regarding timbre, whether strings sound richer, darker, or fuller, or all these things. It's just something different to look at, and I gotta have an angle here. I can't just read stuff to you like everybody else does. So that's what I'm gonna do. What I like about tonicas is that they're very modestly priced. Again, they're like 40, 45, 50 something, depending on the times. At the time of filming, I know the prices change all the time, and I'm hesitant to even say a price because you could be watching this in 20 years and be like, oh, those were such simple times. Oh, those simpletons and their... Anyways. They're very easy playing string. They're very well balanced. They do have they're a nylon core string, so sort of a synthetic core, and they have lots of different options. The standard set comes with a steel E and an aluminum A, silver D, silver G. There are some other options, like you can get the E with a aluminum wound, and it's a little bit of a warmer sound. Same with the D also comes in an aluminum wound, supposedly a little bit darker. So I just have the standard set, and I'm gonna stop talking and start playing. Interesting fingering choice there. All right, so very nice. They respond very quickly. They're very easy to play. They have a very nice, very nice, pleasant sound. Very well balanced across all the strings. Again, it's not the deepest sound ever, but for like such an affordable price string, I think they perform well above the price point. And I think maybe it has something to do because they're not like the sexiest string ever. They're not everybody's raving about them on the internet and stuff. So I think they're very good, a good value. You get a good bang for the buck, I think is what I'm trying to say. That was weird. There's a wolf there. I should mention, this is the Fiddlerman Artist Violin, and I have the Holstein 2-star bow. It's the same bow and violin I've been using in all these videos, so you can, someday I will compare these all back to back and you can hear. But I just really like... There's a very nice balance of kind of the warmth and like deepness to the sound, but still having the clarity that it's not getting fuzzy. Similarly up here. It has just a very nice mixture. I really like. It's a very pleasant combination. I'm doing this with my hand. I realize I'm thinking of that, like the sound sort of has this like spinning quality to it, and the sound has sort of this nice roundness to it that I really like. It's not this like piercing, kind of edgy, and which is funny because it sounds like I'm saying that's what I like. I do like brilliant strings. I do like. I really like when I had the Eva Prazzis on these. I really like that like sparkle that you get. These maybe not quite as sparkly. Spirit fingers here. But they do have a very nice balance. It's like, I don't know. I don't have any other good analogies for it. What I'm going to do is, I probably was showing you the graph underneath. What I'm going to do is I'll just play the open strings again and show you the graph of what the series, the overtone series looks like. All right, so isn't that a pretty graph to look at? So much color. It's so pretty. This is a graph that's showing all the frequencies that we're hearing, against time. And if you look on the right side, you can see these are all measured in hertz. And so the bottom line for when I'm just playing the A is A440. That's what I tune to. And so the next line above that, according to the overtone series, is an octave above that. Then it's like a fourth and fifth, and I forget all of them because I didn't really pay attention in freshman theory class. But that's what it is. It's kind of a little bit of theory, acoustical properties for you. I think it's really interesting to see because that's really what's happening. We're really hearing all these frequencies. We don't really realize it, and this has to do all with the timbre and how we perceive strings, whether they are brighter or darker or more resonant. We can see sort of the decay after I release the string. How long do they ring? And I don't have like a really scientific, this is sort of some pseudoscience here because I am not an expert at reading the graphs and being able to definitively say I had all the variables constrained, and I'm trying to play on the same violin and same bow and be the same distance from the the camera in each case, but there's some differences, and so it's not there's still some room for human error. Some things that are interesting is I'm gonna pull over an image of the tomastic dominance that I played with this the same violin, the same bow, closely, basically trying to be the same distance away. And you can see that, they're very similar. The tomastic dominance, on the right side, those are all just A's. On the left side, the Parastro Tonica, the first column is A, and then the second column is E. So kind of just ignore that second column on the Tonica side. If we just look at the A's, it's interesting why is the fundamental pitch pretty bright, but then the second overtone and the third overtone are a little bit softer than tomastic. Does that mean we're well scientifically it says we're not hearing the 880 frequency as powerfully as on the dominant side, because on the dominant side the second overtone is is basically equally as bright. So you could argue, well, maybe Tonica is a little bit darker because you don't hear as much of that frequency than you do with dominance. So this is a little bit maybe for your enjoyment because I can't say, well, what, clearly Tonicas are a more powerful string because when I release the note, the decay is much longer than on the dominant side. So maybe they're more resonant, but they're not as bright. It's hard to say clearly and definitively. So it's a little bit, I think it's worth looking at this and helping this inform your decision instead of just only relying on our ears and and what people have traditionally said and what people write in blog posts and stuff. So I don't know, just I hope this was enjoyable and helpful in making a decision. All right, so that is Purastro Tonica, the new formula, new and improved. A really great string. I think it's a tremendous value and something that a lot of people don't, I think, talk about or push a whole lot. But it's a really great string. And if you're interested in picking this up, you can find it at fiddlershop.com. Thanks for watching.